welcome back to another video on overcoming retroactive jealousy. My name is Matt, and in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 ways or 5 practices that you can start applying today that will help you immensely on your road to freedom from retroactive jealousy. Now, the cool thing about these 5 techniques is that I don't think I've really ever shared them before on this channel, and they may be things you've actually never even heard of before. So make sure you make a commitment to yourself to watch this video all the way to the end so you can hear all 5 and start putting them to good use in your life, because I think they will be extremely beneficial for you and help you find a lot of relief on your journey. So before we do get started though, if you could just take a quick moment and smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, we can get this video out to a few more people that really need to see it. And also, part of the healing process to these thoughts have a lot to do with mindfulness and practicing relaxation, and I'd like to help you with that, which is why I have a free mindfulness meditation that you can download today that will be, again, very beneficial for you over overcoming these obsessive thoughts. And I'm going to leave the link down in the description below. You can check that out now or wait till the end of the video and download your free copy today. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So as I said before, the journey of going from retroactive jealousy to freedom is gradual, right? It's a gradual one. I have over 112 or 13 videos on this channel right now on different ways on how you can overcome it. But I want to discuss 5 other ways that, again, I don't think I've ever really shared and you may not have even heard before. So the first technique towards recovery from retroactive jealousy is have compassion with yourself. Okay, begin by being compassionate, patient, and gentle with yourself. Stop thinking and saying and doing things that make you feel bad, that make you feel anxious, to make you feel upset with yourself. Again, this isn't a smooth path to freedom by any means. You understand that. I mean, you're hitting bumps in the road, I guarantee it. But understand that's all part of the process. That means you are on the right track. If you're having good days and then some bad days and then 2 good days and then 5 bad days and then back to 3 good days, that's great, okay? That's great. It's all part of it. But every time you say to yourself, this isn't working, this isn't working fast enough, I'm different than anybody else, I can't do this, I'm going to feel like this forever, okay? I'm getting worse and worse and worse. Those words have a lot of power. Okay, those words have a lot of power, and they create even more anxiety for yourself. They make everything a lot worse. So try and develop compassion and patience for yourself. Think of like a child, right? Maybe even your own child, if you're a mother or a father. Okay, if they're having a bad day, if your child's having a bad day, or maybe they had just a bad nightmare, and you are there to comfort them, you don't say things like, well, keep crying because things are just going to get worse and worse and worse the older you get, right? No, you are gentle with them, right? You tell them it's going to be okay. This is, it's going to pass. It's the same stuff you have to do with yourself. Tell yourself it's okay, right? I'm on my journey. I'm just fine. It takes time, but life is full of time. Yesterday I felt bad for 23 hours, but for 1 hour I actually felt really good. I know that 1 hour will start increasing and increasing with every day that passes. Saying all that stuff is very, very important. So if you haven't done so already, start practicing a little more compassion for yourself in your life. The next technique towards recovery from retroactive jealousy is to give yourself a pat on the back. Give yourself credit for any success that you've had. Okay, the simple act of watching this video means that you are ready for change. Okay? Praise yourself even for the smallest accomplishments. For those of you who invested in my course or my coaching program, before you even get started with that stuff, give yourself credit. Okay, that's a win. You are actively doing something about this. Okay, maybe you had a question you really wanted to ask your partner, but you held it in and refrained from doing so. Guess what? That's a win. Pat yourself on the back. Keep note of these things because they add up. And over time, you'll mentally be able to see along your journey these instances of wow, look how far I've come and how much better I'm starting to feel because of it. The third one we're going to discuss is to keep an open mind. No matter who you are or what you've been through, you can be helped. Okay. A lot of people that invest in my coaching programs or talk to me through the free email coaching I offer as part of my course, they come to me and they think that their story is worse off than anybody else's, which I get. Like, on the surface, of course, we are going to feel that, especially if we don't know anybody else in our lives suffering from retroactive jealousy. We have nothing else to compare it to, right? But I can promise you, there isn't anything about your story that makes you incurable. I struggled with retroactive jealousy for over 13 years, and I thought that was a long time. But now, through this platform and my WhatsApp coaching, I've met others who've struggled for 30, 40, and 50 years. And they think that this is it for them. But once we start talking and working on things together, and I share with them, some powerful truths about our thoughts and, how we really don't have to be at the mercy of something invisible and intangible, suddenly like a light bulb goes off. And after 50 years, they feel relief for the first time and they see a way out of this. So just keep that in your mind. You can be helped, but you must want help. You must have that open mind to hear and to try new things, to take that action. You must want to get better, even if it means doing things differently for a little bit. Okay, you must want to take responsibility for yourself throughout this journey, because that's going to make all the difference in the world. So the fourth technique towards recovery from retroactive jealousy is don't overreact to your thoughts. All right. Okay. Now, this one you've probably heard me talk about before, but I wanted to throw it in there anyway because this truly matters a lot. These painful thoughts about the past, one thing that they all have in common is they all pass. They all pass. They come and they go. Now, they might come every 5 and 10 seconds, but they all end up passing. I can guarantee there are several times throughout your day when retroactive jealousy, these thoughts are not on your mind. Even if you don't feel it, because maybe your nervous system, is still on the rise, there are times when these thoughts are not there. That could be for, maybe a few minutes if you're really focused on a task like at your job, or maybe you're cooking food or brushing your teeth, or maybe having a nice moment together with your partner. Okay, so there are moments where these thoughts aren't there. They always pass. They never just come into your mind and just plop down and sit there forever. Okay, they always pass. So instead of fighting these thoughts every time they flow in, relax and let them pass. And guess what? They will. Again, they're going to pass regardless. So you have a choice. I can either wrestle with these thoughts and fight them and get my butt kicked every single time they come in, or I can just relax when they come in, take a step back, take a breath, and just let them pass without getting involved. And I'll let you in on a little secret. The latter option, oh, is so much nicer, so much more peaceful, not to get tangled in these invisible and tangible things. And the more you practice this peaceful surrender, this peaceful relaxation of letting the thoughts pass without getting involved with them, the more this becomes your habit. And soon you'll do this automatically without even thinking, and the thoughts will lose all their power over you. And guess what? You'll be free. So the fifth and final technique towards a recovery from retroactive jealousy is to keep a journal. Okay? Keep a journal. Note and write down the times when you feel anxious. Note when you feel good. Write down what you were doing when you felt good. Write down who you were with, what you just ate, what time it was. This will help you see a little bit of a pattern to these, retroactive jealousy episodes. I think you'll find that there always is. Now, I kept the journal for part of the time I was suffering with retroactive jealousy. Not the whole time, but enough for me to really understand what was happening. And I came to find out that in the morning, I felt my most anxious, and in the evening was when I felt the most calm. I also noticed that when I was really focused on something, like at work, and at the time I worked at a hotel, a very busy hotel for that matter, and anytime I was like really focused in on helping a guest, I wouldn't feel anxious. I wouldn't have any of those retroactive jealousy thoughts or feelings. I even noted that after exercise, I always felt really good. I always felt really good and really calm for about an hour or so afterwards. And then after meditation as well, I always felt much more peaceful for about an hour or so afterwards. And I also noted the days I felt the best at the end of the day were the days I refused to explore the thoughts during the day and refused to ask my partner clarifying questions, refused to do any compulsive behaviors. So that allowed me to create a plan and execute on it. So in the morning, when I felt the most anxious, when the thoughts were going all over the place, I would go for a nice run in the morning, or I do some exercises. I would come home, take a nice shower, then I do about 15 to 20 minutes of meditation. At work, when I was starting to feel the retroactive jealousy again, feel the anxiety, I would start really trying to focus in on my work and understand that was my priority right now. And anytime I really wanted to explore these thoughts or do any compulsive behavior, I would just remind myself of the feeling of laying in bed at night knowing that I did everything right, that I didn't get tangled in these thoughts, that I didn't let them win, I didn't make my partner cry by pressing her for answers. That feeling was worth it above anything else. So I'd stick to it, and this ended up working so well for me that I probably wouldn't have been able to develop this plan if I didn't start keeping these, little journals, little notes of highs and lows throughout my day. And I'll be honest, it really wasn't even a journal. I'd open up the notes app in my phone and I would just type in, what it was. But you can keep a more, journal type injury, whatever feels best for you. There's no wrong at all. All of it is right. So mainly the point of this video and the point of these 5 tips or techniques is if you are someone who has been searching for answers for a very long time, like if you feel hopeless, if you feel there is no end in sight, don't give up. Please don't give up. You are not alone. There are answers. There is help. Don't let anyone tell you that you have to learn to live with your retroactive jealousy or learn to live with these anxious feelings or thoughts as if it's just part of you forever. You don't. Okay? Don't worry if you think that you're losing control. You're not. It's part of the journey. And over time, you'll start feeling less and less and less like you're out of control and much more like you're in control. Remember, life is a wonderful, fabulous adventure. It wasn't meant to be lived in fear. It wasn't meant to be lived with all these obsessive thoughts. So don't let it, okay? Putting the steps in this video together will not only help you accomplish huge strides in overcoming your retroactive jealousy, but it's going to teach you to overcome other aspects of fear and anxiety in your life as well. Maybe you have a desire to go back to school or to start your own company, but due to fear or what other people will think of you or something, you've been putting it off. Perhaps you want to overcome a fear of public speaking. Perhaps you want to conquer a fear of flying. Okay, that's all possible. I always had a fear of heights my entire life, and taking the same steps I did in overcoming my retroactive jealousy, I was able to face my fear by jumping off of a 1,000-foot tower last summer.
3, 2, 1, go! I did it! I did it! Yes!
Okay, or maybe just your main priority is just to, stop your mind from racing from these obsessive thoughts about the past. Whatever it is, you can do it. I truly believe that things happen for a reason, and it's no accident that you're watching this video right now, okay? You are full of possibilities. You are full of your own individual hopes and dreams. You're full of the dreams of you and your partner together. Okay, you are more ready than ever to take control of your retroactive jealousy. I'm telling you, once you overcome this, you'll truly understand that all things are possible in your life, and you'll be amazed at how far you'll go. It is all possible for you. So I hope you enjoyed this video today. I hope it gave you a lot of value. And if it did, it would really mean a lot to me if you could take a quick moment and just smash the like button so that'll activate YouTube's algorithm and get the video out to more people that need to see it. Also, please take the time to subscribe to the channel if you have not already done so. Be sure to click the notification bell so you're alerted when I post a new video. And also remember I said I have over 100 free videos on overcoming retroactive jealousy on this channel. But if you want some help in your journey to freedom from retroactive jealousy, there's no shame in that if you need some extra help. In fact, many people find that things click for them better when they receive a little more personal one-on-one assistance. So if you think that might be you, feel free to check out the links in the description below for my Retroactive Jealousy 7-day Road to Freedom Accelerator program, as I would personally love to help you get back to feeling wonderful again in your life and in your relationship. This specific program includes 90 days of free email coaching with me along with it. And if you want even more personal support, where we can send audio messages and video messages and all things back and forth to each other privately and personally, you know, as many days as you want, I also have a one-on-one WhatsApp coaching program available for you. I only have a limited amount of spots available each month because I put a lot of time and effort into this. But I do have spots open now. So if you're interested in that, make sure you grab one before they are gone. So with that being said, check all that out. It's in the description below, along with my free Retroactive Jealousy meditation. There's also a free Retroactive Jealousy community down there you can join and discuss with other Retroactive Jealousy sufferers. Hear their stories and how they're overcoming it, help each other out. Again, that's all free. So check that out below before you go today. Other than that, thanks for joining me today. Again, good luck on your journey. I know you can do it. Keep pressing on, keep pressing on, keep pressing on. You got this. See you in the next video.